Welcome to the channel. I'm Brian Lovett, aka B-Love. Today I'm going to show you how to get your first 1,000 engaged Twitter followers. Let's get into it. I've been using Twitter for over 10 years now, largely incorrectly. I've done all the things you've probably done, using auto followers and auto posters and trying to find easy, quick ways to build a Twitter following, but I still only had around 100 followers. Now, using these techniques that I've figured out over the past couple months, I've gone from 100 followers to almost 1,200 followers. But more important, I have people that are liking and engaging and retweeting my content on a daily basis. I'll show you some of my engagement metrics and how they've exploded over the last few weeks and how you can do the same for free. Back in December, I literally had 2 new followers for the entire month. I had 13,000 impressions on my tweets. I went to my February stats of 436 new followers and over 600,000 impressions on my tweets. So how did I do it? The first thing you need to do is throw away all of the auto posters and auto following software that you've been using over the past few years. Give it up, you don't need it. This stuff is completely free and it's going to give you engaged users that are going to build an audience and actually interact with and promote your brand for you. For years, I used auto posting tools. I would put up my tweets on a daily basis at the exact times they were supposed to go up, and then I would watch day after day as no one interacted with them. Tip number 1, define your audience. I know this sounds simple, but you really have to have a focus. You have to know who you're trying to attract, who you're trying to target, who you want to engage with on the platform. If you don't know that, you're gonna have a tough time finding success. So step number 1 is really understanding who you are and what you're trying to get out of this. Once you know what you want and what you're targeting and what you're building and the type of content you're going to create, then you're gonna have a much easier time finding an audience on whatever social platform you're working. Tip number 2. Now, once you understand the audience you're going after and the type of vertical you're in, the next thing you want to do is you want to find influencers and brands that are in that vertical, and you want to start following them and engaging with them on Twitter. Now, for one of my YouTube channels, I do things around emerging technology, things like artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, Tesla, 3D printing, virtual reality. So I chose influencers in each one of those verticals to start following so that I could get this constant information stream that's highly relevant to the target audience that I want to go after. And this leads us to tip number 3. Just following these influencers isn't enough. What you need to do is engage with them on a regular basis. You're going to want to retweet their content. You're going to want to like their content. You want to leave comments on their content. But when you retweet, don't just blankly retweet and expect magical things to happen. What you need to do is you need to retweet with a comment. You want to actually write something out, your own thoughts on the subject. Show people that you're a subject matter expert and that you have your pulse on the industry that you're in. Once people start learning about your personality and who you are, they're going to be more engaged with your content and they're going to be more likely to think that you're a subject matter expert in your vertical. And that's really the key to start building authority and an engaged audience. Tip number 4, show some love. Every time somebody comments on one of your tweets, like it. Share back a comment with them, engage with them. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to build relationships, you're trying to build friendships. And even if somebody disagrees with you or puts a negative comment, maybe you think that shows a different point of view or something that you're not used to, you still want to engage with that, like it, and then say thank you for commenting. What that shows is that you're open to other people's ideas and suggestions. It's just like real life. You want to have these controversial conversations going on inside of your tweets. That's what makes them interesting to a massive number of people. Once you have these kind of interesting comments and these interesting discussions happening within your tweets, you'll notice that more people are commenting, more people are retweeting because they're more passionate about the subject. Maybe it's to defend you, maybe it's to attack you, but either way, they're engaging with your content and they're broadening your reach to more and new people. And what you'll find is that even those negative comments, the ones that came in that you initially didn't want to interact with, those are some of the ones that are going to help you grow, and you're going to find more like-minded people like yourself that support your opinion and end up following you. Now, I've saved the best tip for last, but take a minute and smash that like button. That tells YouTube that my content is good and it's worth sharing, and that would really help me out. Tip number 5, be strategic about who you follow. This is so important. This is really the key to blowing up your follower count and having engaged followers that retweet, comment, and like all of your content that you put up. So what I started doing is I went to the influencers, the brands that I followed, the ones that are really important in my vertical. And what I found is if you go to any of the individual tweets, you'll see two things. You'll see a hyperlink with the retweets and a hyperlink with the likes. Now, first thing I do is I find the most important and engaging content. I click on the retweets, and I only do this for recent tweets because you don't want people that are a year old or 6 months old or whatever. You want to find the most recent engaging tweets from these people. Click on that retweet and you'll get a list of accounts. These are the people you want to follow first. Go ahead and follow down the list. Don't get too aggressive with it because you can trigger some spam filters on Twitter. So be slow about it, but these are the people that are most likely to, guess what, engage with your content. You know for a fact that these are people that retweet other people's comments in this vertical, and when they see you posting similar content, they're going to retweet it as well. So this is how you get those engaged followers. Follow the retweeters first, and then follow the people that like those posts second. And then, of course, go through the comments and start engaging with some of the commenters and leaving your own thoughts and opinions on the subject. The Twitter algorithm, much like YouTube and every other social platform, really promotes engaging content. They promote content that people like, that people comment on, and that people retweet. So by having these engaged followers, you're going to see your follower count explode. You're going to see your number of engagements and impressions grow drastically. And what kind of numbers am I talking here? Just look at my own stats. Again, back in December, I had 13,000 impressions. 13,000 people saw my tweets. Fast forward 2 months later, and over 600,000 people are seeing my tweets. Fast forward again, it's March. It's only 20 days into the month, and I've already had over 600,000 impressions on my tweets. You can see that my retweets, my comments, my likes, everything is skyrocketing month over month. And now the beautiful thing about this is I engage with these people on a daily basis, but even more important, when I do need to promote my brand, when I have a new video out or I have a new piece of content that I want to share, I have this army of engaged Twitter users that just spread the word for me. And I love it. It's something you can't pay for. It's something that would be extremely expensive to buy, this type of engagement. And it's something that you get for free with just putting a little bit of extra effort into it. Go ahead and do me a favor. Drop your Twitter handle in a comment down below. I want to follow you. I want to see what you're up to. Let me know what struggles you're running into. Let me know what your growth looks like. And let me know which of these tips helped you out the most. Thanks, guys. I've got a lot more coming. So again, hit subscribe and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.